Hey y'all, Bunkle here. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the video. Gonna be ripping some 1990 Score Premier Edition NHL hockey. 15 player cards in each pack. These are the American version as opposed to the Canadian, or as they call it, the international version, or the bilingual version. Lots of good cards can be found in there. Key rookies, of course, the Brodeur and the Jagger. If you're looking at PSA 10 values, the Gretzky, of course, Gretzky everywhere he goes. That in any set, he's going to be one of the higher valued cards. Patrick, how's his last name said? Ra or Roar or Ra or Rue or something. I don't know. I've heard 5 different pronunciations, and no matter how I say it, I get laughed at. So it's all good to me. I don't care. Whatever. Now, the card that we would have been looking for in 1990, and it was the hot card, it was the chase card, it was the one that everybody thought was going to buy you a Lambo or a DeLorean or whatever it was back then. I was much more into Jags at that time. Would be the Eric Lindros, future superstar. Now, sure, he turned out to be a great player and all that, but did he live up to the hype? Well, I guess the bigger question is do most players live up to all the hype that they're given when they first start off? Especially as much hype as he was given in the media everywhere before his first game. Now, sure, he was great, Biggie, definitely bruiser, definitely, a great hockey player. But could his career have gone a bit better? I think so. I think a lot of people think so. The 1990 was an interesting year. End of the 80s and all of that. And I remember being in Lower Manhattan, 1989 going into 1990. I was down at the South Street Seaport for New Year's Eve. Me with a bunch of my friends, co-workers. I was already in the work world at that time, working in a bank, thinking about it. So early 20s at that point, going to school at night and working during the day. Definitely doing all sorts of other things on the side. It was a wild time to be in a New York, a New Yorker. I was living, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in East Harlem, 1990. If I recall, I might be wrong on that. That might have been 89, but either way, so wild time, that's for sure. In that area, yeah, I had to be living in East Harlem at that time. So definitely wild. Moved out of the Bronx about a year or two before that. Anyway, we'll get away from all that stuff for now. It's another video for another time. Musically speaking, in 1990, was definitely a pretty cool year. Sinead O'Connor had a great song, Nothing Compares to You. That's one that still gets played a whole bunch. Phil Collins was definitely huge then. Billy Idol was still really big. One of my favorite Bon Jovi songs, Blaze of Glory, came out in 90. That was a great song. Then, of course, you had things like Pump Up the Jam, Pump Up the Jam, Pump It Up. Let me not start singing. Lots of other great songs and movies that came out then and all sorts of other stuff. In the hockey world, and again, these are hockey cards that we're going to be popping. In the hockey world, well, let's see. The 1990 Stanley Cup playoffs was won by the Oilers. Oilers beat the Bruins 4-1. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first post-Gretzky Stanley Cup that the Oilers won. Gretzky was dished off to the Kings during the 88-89 offseason. So that was a great thing for the Oilers. It showed that they could win without Gretzky, although not for much longer, of course. If you're a football fan, that was Marino's, Dan Marino's 4th MVP or 3rd MVP. It was his last Super Bowl that he played in. He played 82, 85, 89, and 90. And that was won by the 49ers over the Broncos, 55-10. So great year in sports, I think. A lot of things going on just worldwide and within our country and all the way down to the, I guess, microcosm of whatever city or place that you happen to be in. Definitely was another time of changes, that's for sure. Anyway, we're going to be getting to these 1990 scorecards now. Let me stop my babbling. Hope you don't mind me reminiscing a little bit and just thinking back to the years that the cards came out. I mean, I'm definitely much more into the vintage cards than the modern cards. I know a lot more, I'd say, about the vintage players and the older players, although hockey is definitely not my strong game. Baseball and football, much more so. So if I miss something, and I do occasionally miss a card, definitely let me know in the comments. Got my wall of fame set up. Got my frappers there. So all good there. I'm going to be starting off with Sergei Makarov, John Tonelli, Guy Carbonneau, Bruce Driver, Yari Curry, great card there. And there goes a Gretzky. That's the 1990 season leader for assists. Card number 352. Now, you know what? Just being that it's a Gretzky, it's at a PSA 10, it's going to be in one of the top 20 cards. Now, the thing is with this set in particular, along with many other sets from the Junk Wax era, it may not be worth getting graded unless you're a set collector or something like that, where you have to have everything in a 9 or a 10. There are people out there like that, but I look at things sometimes with cards, just like with many things, you have a point of diminishing returns or a negative return. So unless you're a collector that you want to really have that favorite player of yours and that favorite card of yours in a PSA slab, in a PSA 10 slab, even though it might only be valued by others at $1, hey, if you like it, it's valued at $1 million, because you're never going to get rid of it. But sometimes we have to look at the art of the flip, of course. All right, there we go with the Bruins 1990s conference champion card. Cool card there. Guy Krasowski, Brett Hull, great card there. Look at that action. Either that or he's multiplied 5 or 6 times. I'll frapper that one up. Cam Neely, great card there. Glenn Hanlon, Peter Klima, Craig Wallenick, Paul Reinhardt, and Michael Petit. You don't look too petite there. I don't know. Takes up the whole card to me. If he was petite, maybe, there should be more card space there. I don't know. And yeah, I know it's his name, not his size. Okay, he's probably like 6 inches bigger than me and probably outweighs me by 100 pounds. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to check that out. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've been wrong before. All I know is he's a better hockey player than I am. He's probably still a better hockey player than I've ever been. And he's probably got a few years on me. Anyway, let's get to pack number 2 here. Got a few good cards. All right, we are starting it off with Adam Creighton, David Shaw, Mark Fitzpatrick, Brian Bellows, Gord Kluzak, Sergei Makarov, Adam Burt, Wendell Young, Joe Murphy, Paul McDermott, Dean Kennedy, Doug Gilmore, Kevin Lowe, Van Beesbrook, and John McClain. So that's the end of pack number 2. You see, not every pack's a winner, that's for sure. No winner, chicken dinner there. Go home on that one. Pack number 3. Starting off with Craig Mooney, Greg Millen, Craig Simpson, Mario Tyler. Ooh, what's that? Nope. Stephen Rice. Rice, baby, you go. And now, that's an interesting combination. You got rice and beers. Okay. Anyway, no further comment there. Jeff Hackett, Marty McSorley, Dana Merzen, John Chabot. Hey, Chabot. Jan Eriksson, Shane Corson, Craig Janney, Danielle Maui, and Jeff Chichrun. Okay. You know, maybe I should tighten up the 3 cards that are on the Wall of Fame right now, because there's a lot of space in the middle there. It's waiting for the Brodeur or the Jagger, that's for sure. All right, we got Craig Mooney, Greg Millen, Craig Simpson, Vladislav Fedosov. Ooh, I see something under there. Let's see, is that who I think it is? That's not who I think it is. Oh, well, Mark Gregg. Yeah, okay. Well, you were the first round draft pick, and you get to pick yourself back up over there. Easerman. All right, the Magician. I'll frapper that one up. That's a nice card. Scott Stevens, Rick Meeker, Rob Joyce, Kalle Johansson, Chris Nilan, another Makarov, all rookie team. Cool card there. I'll frapper that one. I think I missed one before. Shane Corson, Craig Janney, and Marois again. Maybe I should have frappered up the other one. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to frapper this one up. Just to get something else up on that wall. You know, it's kind of boring, just black plastic wall right now. And for those of y'all that have watched any of my previous videos, yeah, my background has changed a little bit right now. I'm kind of in a transitional state. It's the easiest way to put it. So, a lot of things going on at home. Things being moved around, shuffled around, and all sorts of other stuff. And, of course, I get last dibs. Because, you know, that's how things go sometimes. But I'll be situated up a little bit more solidly shortly, that's for sure. All right, final of the 5 packs here. We got Everett Sanipas, Trevor Linden, Tony Granato. Maybe I should be pulling the cards this way. Mike Vernon. Gretzky, there we go. Nice Gretzky there. That's card number 347. The hit card, of course, PSA 10, would be the Gretzky, the 321. Just for information. Gretzky's always a hit, though. Ooh. Did I just see something there? Craig Fisher, you almost gave it away. You know what? I'm going to put that down. I'm going to frapper this up. I know what I saw. I don't know if you saw it. I saw it. There was another channel I watch, if I'm not mistaken. There's been a decent price jump on this card there. I got a frapper ready and a top loader ready for this one because I want to keep this upcoming one nicely protected. I mean, hoping it's nicely centered. Okay, we got the Craig Fisher. We'll get that out of the way. And who do we have in the last stack? There goes the Jagger rookie. Now, centering's off a little bit left to right there. Bottom to top isn't all that bad, but left to right is a little bit off. I'll measure that out later. And see if what we got is worth grading. Corners look really good there. In these garbage bag packs, you never know. And they don't exactly stand the test of time. They didn't stand the test of time back when they first came out. But let me know what you think about centering on this one. Let me hold that up. Y'all let me know what you think. Anyway, let's get that front and center. There we go. Get that bad boy right there. All right. Let's get on with some other cards. We got Scott Sissons. Ooh, the sniper. Watch out. Nice sniper card there. Super Mario, another bullseye. Now, That one to me looks a little bit off center also, but I'm going to frapper that. John Carter, Todd Illich, Don Maloney, Pat Elenwick, Mark Howe. My eyes are definitely a bit of a mess right now. Bob Asensa and Joel Atto wrapping us up. So all in all, not a bad 5-pack break. I mean, if you could pull one biggie out of each pack, you know what? I think you're doing well. Sometimes you'll pull 2, 3, 4 out of a pack, and it's like bonanza. But either way, that's a nice card to find. Again, on a 10, you're talking 50, 60 bucks. Maybe a little bit more. I think that there was a recent sale that was a bit higher than that, which you'll probably post to the PSA website shortly. Anyway, definitely had fun popping these. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Definitely appreciate everybody who comments, thumbs up, subscribes, all of that great stuff. Wishing blessings on all y'all always. Anyway, y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.